women because they feel like women are too catty.
I don't trust that shit. Though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't trust women who got a lot of friends like dudes.
My problem with that logic is
you fucking at least one of them, like a couple of them.
What if they're not though?
That you're not friends with them like that?
Huh?
So you don't believe that women can be catty at times?
I do believe it, and I do have male friends that I'd rather speak to than my female friends. But what I'm saying is, why do you have more male friends than you have female friends?
I don't trust that. I don't know. I just don't trust
that. I don't think nothing of it. Side eye from the audience.
That bitch steals.
Okay, so what if... Okay.
She a scammer.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't trust it?
You have to be a good friend. I had a lot of male friends, but still...
Nothing happened.
Equal amount of
okay, so no. So how about this? So how long have you been married?
It'll be 7 years now.
Okay, so do you make new guy friends with your marriage, or are these still guy friends that you previously talked to before your marriage?
Yeah, they're
previously. See, huh?
I don't make new
Okay, so that was going to be my question. That was going to be my question.
But you shouldn't be making
guy friends.
Yeah.
As a female being married.
So if you're in a relationship, you can talk to the guys who were before me. Like, don't be out here giving your number to random niggas. Like
if you met a gay guy at work, that you could do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
no.
That nigga ain't worried about him.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to throw
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
I want to throw that out there.
Like I could bring CJ and he would be like, "Cool," but I can't bring Drew.
Right.
Yeah. But we friends though, right? Like,
we're
but
friends, but I can't be like,
Nigga, I walk in the house.
Right. Like we about to go to the movies.
Okay, so that's where the line is, right? For you to do outside
she's not gonna
stuff.
say, "Oh, me and Drew about to go to the movies."
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, like
why the fuck? Who the fuck is Drew?
My eyes work. I could go see the movie too.
It would have to be some. Oh, Nita coming too. Like we all going to the movies.
All right, yeah. Because I'm that way too. If we in a relationship, you could talk to the guys who were before me. Don't be out here just making random nigga friends.
No,
what if the guys before they slept around?
See, now that's sticky now. Like, what are you talking to them for? Like, what are you...
Like, say for instance, like you're going with a girl.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then she has a
she
friend
still
named
talks
Bobby
to
or whatever.
Yeah.
But come to find out, her and Bobby messed around like maybe like back in high school or something. Would you feel some type of way?
Yeah, like why? What are you still talking to him for?
Now we're adults.
Drew,
what are you still talking to him for?
But if y'all still friends, why would that be?
Friends for what? What are y'all cool with? What are y'all talking
I can see where he's coming from because he could probably think that
what y'all talk about that you can't talk to me about?
I see where you're coming from because in the back of your mind you're gonna probably think if they messed around once,
yes, his dick was inside you.
Even though it was years ago,
for
they can possibly happen again.
That's what I'm saying.
I can see that, but I probably wouldn't trip. I probably wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nita,
I wouldn't.
What if your dude was still talking to some girl he fucked years ago? Like, oh no, we cool. Like we still cool.
Just making my hair.
See, nah, it's not.
They can be friends, but
where's the line?
She can't be around like that.
So what if he was texting her?
Why?
See, that's what I'm saying, right?
Why she texting us?
See?
Huh?
Same reason why she's hanging out with her.
Right? Don't be friends with him then.
Yeah. Hey, bye. How your mama?
But I will say, I would respect if you were upfront when we first started dating. Like, hey, me and old boy, like, be honest with me. Like, don't tell me like 6 months later, oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't need no nigga walking up on you.
Or
like
it comes out like in game night or something. Like, oh well, we used to mess around back in high school, like something like that. That would piss me off.
Like a new flame. Like if you didn't know about it, like say if y'all was
saying like if we were going together,
and you didn't know about it,
that even if it was a long time ago,
right,
but you just now tell me 6 months later,
right in front of everybody.
With that.
Yeah.
Well, if you do it in front of everybody, we're definitely gonna have an issue.
Yeah.
I'd rather tell me in private.
That happened to one of my boys before back home. Like he
found out after the fact.
No, he found out at a gathering that she was like doing some shit. Like he was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
You mean like currently doing some shit?
No, like before. Like it was prior, but he was like, "Damn, how come you ain't never tell me about that?" Like
maybe she was embarrassed.
Either that, or do you tell your significant other everybody you fucked or everything that you've done? I'm sure some shit is gonna come out that you
some
don't say.
things are better left unsaid.
Yeah,
some things are better left unsaid. If you know, but what if you? Okay, so what if you was dating someone, and then kind of find the person you was dating, they were friends with someone that you knew. You know, so do you feel like you at that point you need to say something?
What you mean, friends that somebody?
So kind
of like I don't want to bring it back to that show, but you remember Basketball Wives Miami? Yeah. And you remember Tammy was married to Kenny Anderson.
Oh, and Evelyn
and her were friends, but then Evelyn had told Tammy that she messed with Kenny, but this was before Tammy and Kenny were even married. I don't feel like she should have said anything.
Well, how cool are y'all friends? Like, how close is the friendship?
Let me tell you this, though.
I mean,
When Evelyn told...
close at the time.
Then that's when you
they were
kind
getting
of
to know
got
each
to do
other.
the check.
When Evelyn told Tammy, the whole thing was Evelyn messed with Kenny before Kenny and Tim were even married.
Right.
Or even going together. So at that point, but Tammy flipped out. But I was like, I wouldn't have flipped out because you messed with old boy before we were even married.
Yeah, but as a friend, you should at least say something.
She said something, but I feel like she shouldn't have said something.
Me and my niggas, if I bring a girl around, you got to do the check. Like,
So,
or
and
be
that-
like,
and that's
yo, do you know her? Or
Oh,
da-da-da-da.
Is this nigga
You gonna
your
have
nigga?
to. At least
So
with
wait,
your
in
circle,
that situation
not with
Evelyn and
everybody.
Tammy, even though, Evelyn had messed with Kenny before Tammy and Kenny were married, would you have said the same? Would you did it too?
I don't think it would have been relevant. Because what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
wouldn't
said
have
something.
anything.
Like this before you guys
And
were married,
that's
before you guys
probably what
even knew
pissed
each
off
other.
Tammy
It's
more.
just-
It
you
was
just
like,
gotta
why the
be
fuck are you having this
considerate,
conversation
man.
with me?
Just be considerate.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather you
And
not tell
clearly
me.
Tammy knew Kenny
'Cause
was
then
out
if
here
it came
slanging
up-
dick like
Right.
nobody's
Now, if it
business.
was why we were married,
No, but
then
listen,
it would have been an issue.
if somebody else on the side came up and told you, like, yo, you know such and such, like, they messed around before, then what? You gonna feel some type of way. Then you gonna be like, yo, how come you ain't tell me? Like, then it's gonna, I mean, if your close friends is tight like that, you at least gotta say something. Like, if I bring a girl
What was
around
the-
and
what
one of
was
my
the old
niggas
episode
smash,
saying, pillow
you gonna
talk
have to
trumps
tell
over
me that.
friendship?
What, CJ?
Something pillow talk.
Yeah,
trumps over
motherfuckers
friendship.
Nah,
don't
fuck that.
always.
Yes, and Nita had said that a few,
Well,
episodes a while ago.
Yeah,
But
motherfuckers will use pillow talk as a goddamn.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example.
threshold.
So it might not be the same
If one
thing.
of my
I'm gonna
niggas
give
fuck one of
I'm
my
gonna give you an
drinks, you gotta
example.
tell
So
me.
over the summertime,
You want your nigga to tell you, you want your girl to tell you.
Both, whoever.
But that's what I'm saying. What if she didn't know that was your friend at first?
They gonna know because I'm gonna at least give them a picture. Like, yo, this is such and
So
such
what
who
if
I'm
he
messing
don't
with.
say nothing?
Then that's him. Now you gotta get cut off.
okay. So hold up.
Now
so
that's on you. Now
Let me
we
tell you
not
this. So
cool
over the
no more.
summertime,
I'm just saying, like, you can't do that. Like,
listen, over the summertime,
that's-
there's a
that's-
friend of mine
that's-
had invited
that's
me
a guy
over
code.
to a onesie party, but it was like a group party.
I remember that.
Yeah. And
oh, if I feel some type of way, like if I feel like she's gonna be, my bad, CJ. If I feel like she's gonna be something, then you don't tell me, then yeah. But if I'm
Okay.
just fucking her, I don't even fuck.
so before I was interrupted,
My bad. If I'm trying to make her my girl, that's different.
so here, can I say it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I had to get that door.
Onesie
So,
party.
Yeah, onesie party. He invited me to the party, whatever the case may be, and like maybe 20 minutes into the party, he's like, "Okay, I want to introduce you to my boyfriend." So as I'm walking up, I'm like, "Oh, I already know him." He's like, "Oh, you guys know each other?" I said, "Yeah." So maybe like a few weeks ago, prior to that party, old boy was hitting me up online asking me to fuck him. I felt kind of awkward,
Damn.
but little that he knew that me and him had already messed around like 3 years ago. CIAA weekend before he even moved up here.
Everything has happened at CI, and it's coming.
So
up.
I was like,
Sorry.
I honestly felt uncomfortable. I didn't say nothing. And then after the fact, I think I ended up telling him the weekend of New Year's Eve, because we went out to dinner and they were broken up at this point now. But I said, well, I feel like I had to tell you this or whatever. And he said, well, it didn't really matter. He said, because that's why we broke up anyways, because he was out here cheating and messing around.
So, CJ, my
But
next
I didn't
question
say
is,
nothing, though.
why didn't you say something before?
Because I felt like he was so into the boy, I felt like he would have believed, even though my loyalty would have been between each other, I feel like he would have believed him over. And I was thinking, pillow talk trumps over friendships. I said, you know what? Let me not say something, because I didn't have
Because
the
y'all
receipts.
would've you thought
And I
y'all
didn't
would've
have the
fell out
receipts because
behind
he
it.
ended up deleting his app. So I didn't have the receipts to prove that he was hitting me up asking, for sexual relationship. It was Jack.
Jacked.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, so I was like, let me not say nothing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, in certain situations, you just don't need to say something.
It just depends how close your relationship is.
I
with
think
the
you
other
got to
person.
sometimes
To
you
me.
got to let shit play out.
Okay,
Just
so how
depending
about
on who it is.
How about it? So she is a sister of mine. I consider her a sister, and she was getting married. I think the wedding was 2 months and counting coming. And one of my coworkers, she was like my work aunt. She has said, "Oh, I seen such and such on POF," and I said, "Well, is it really him or is it someone that's just using his picture?" So she went along and was messaging back and forth, the case may be, and the stats, age, everything matches him to a T. Now, mind you, she was about to get married to this guy in 2 months. But I was like, I really don't want to say something, because I feel like, I even talked to my mom, and my mom was like, don't say nothing. She said, because it really could be a messy situation. She said, just let it be. If it comes out, it'll come out. And I didn't say nothing. No one said nothing, actually.
And they're married?
They are.
Y'all out here
CJ.
living fucking
I'm sorry.
shady as
It's
hell.
not shady. I
Not
just feel
doing
like...
No,
yo.
CJ, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
CJ.
Nigga,
No.
I want to know. If you see my nigga on Jack, you see that motherfucker
Oh, well,
on POF, you tell me now.
See, that's what I
Because if
mean.
my daddy wastes money, everybody gonna die.
That's where it goes back to what I said. It depends on the relationship of the friend. Like,
I
the
mean,
extent of the
and that's my
relationship.
sister. I love her down. I'm just saying, like,
That ain't
I
some
don't.
sister.
It is. I just didn't.
Brutus, you fucking Brutus.
No,
Nah, man, I'm not rolling, CJ. You living foul.
Kiss on the cheek.
No.
Throw
no.
him to the cross.
Listen, I called my mom.
I'll do an
I got
altar
advice
call.
from my mom, and my
Take
mom
that
said,
to the
"Leave it be.
pulpit.
Like, don't say nothing to her."
CJ,
Nah.
you had receipts though.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't have the app.
You could have got it.
The lady that had the app wasn't really cool with her. She
I
just
don't
knew
care.
it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so
I didn't have the receipts in my hand. She had
CJ?
showed me from her phone.
Screenshots, nigga.
I don't know.
You
So
didn't tell me.
okay,
So, in playing this conversation, as I was talking to my good friend about the whole swapping phone numbers, not responding, he gave me a situation to where he has a roommate, and he said that he met this guy off the app, Jack, and they were going back and forth talking.
that
and
name is
then-
crazy.
A week later, the guy that he was going back and forth for conversations ended up coming to the house fucking his roommate. So would you feel some type
No,
of
you
way?
met him on fucking Jacked.
Would you feel some type of way if you had a roommate and then a person
No.
that you was conversing with and you knew something was going to go down with you two, but it didn't because time didn't permit, and they end up coming over and messing with the roommate?
I mean, what could you possibly do at that situation?
You don't know that from
Nothing you can
shit.
do,
It's
right.
an
You don't
internet
know that
app.
again.
Like, no. Oh well.
No.
Audience, can we get some feedback?
No, how was your
But what? Okay, wait.
Well, right. How's the roommate supposed to know?
and
right.
how was he to know that was your roommate?
Nigga, I
Yeah.
would have high-fived you.
I mean, hey, you ain't out here fucking looking for
Like,
love. I
keep it
mean,
down.
I don't know.
Keep it down, would you?
Back a little bit, but I ain't gonna
Speaking of love,
cut it up.
CJ posed a question. So when is it? What did you say? When
When is it too
soon to say I love you?
Being that it is Valentine's Day Eve, love is in
Valentine's
the
Day
air.
Eve.
Low-key, I slightly kind of got sick to my stomach on Saturday when I went to Dollar Tree, and they just had the whole ceiling lit up with just
Not
pink
Dollar
and red.
Tree.
What?
No,
Yeah.
Dollar Tree got the.
I know.
Yeah. So
They got
even,
the essentials in there.
even in Walmart though, like they just had
Yeah.
everything just pink,
Yeah.
red. You know,
Walmart
just-
did that shit after
Yeah.
Christmas.
and I was
you
just
really,
like,
you really find out who the bitter and
it
lonely
just
ones
looks.
around
And I'm like,
Valentine's
damn
Day,
it,
though.
man. I said I don't have no one that I'm buying my mom
I
a
gotta go
Valentine's
get
Day gift,
cards.
but yeah. So
I'm
yeah,
getting them for
being
my- I'm
that
getting them
love
for
is in the
everybody.
air.
I'm buying
Yeah.
that
When is
little
it too
box of cards
soon
like the
to
5-year-olds.
fall in love? Do you believe in love at first sight?
I
said
mean, I
no?
believe
I
in lust
mean-
at first sight.
Who said no?
I believe in less first name, not love.
One, Cassie.
I believe.
I do.
Oh, go right
Okay,
on.
good. I do
Ooh.
believe in love at first sight.
I do.
Absolutely.
I believe it because I've seen it through my own
I have
eyes
had
and
it.
experience.
It had-
Not with
right.
me,
It
but I've
happened
seen
to me.
it
It happened to me.
to like other people I've seen.
Absolutely.
Like,
Well,
my
I've never
circle.
experienced it.
So you're saying that you never ever met someone and you just knew.
Let's explain love at first sight. So, is it really
Right,
what
so
the
let's-
words say? Love at first sight. Like as soon as I
lust
see
at
you, I
first
love
sight?
you.
Oh, 'cause- let's clarify it. Lust at first sight would be more like
I'm fucking.
I'm lusting for you. You
Yes.
sexy. I feel that vibe. Like
Yeah.
I want to take your drawers off.
Okay, so explain love at first sight.
Is
So
it as soon as I see you, I love you? I know that I
at
love this
first
person.
sight, I would say love at first sight would be more like I meet you and like in seconds of our conversation that you just had me. You had me at hello. I don't want to sound
Well,
cliche
that's-
like a
that's
Beyonce
not at
song,
first
but
sight, then. That's an interaction.
I think you're just.
It-
But I mean, once you know what
I
you
said
want,
what?
I guess you know what you want.
Love at first interaction.
Let me Google and see what the
it
map
doesn't
is
go
saying about
together.
it.
But I mean, love it. Let's see what the Urban Dictionary
Listen.
or what Google
Okay.
If
says.
you know what you're looking for, if you know what you want,
Well,
I
Google
feel like
says love at first sight
it can
really
work.
defines that.
It can work.
Like when you see someone, like you had
On
me.
first seeing or meeting someone.
Yeah,
someone.
right off
Love
the
at first
bat.
sight is a personal experience and a common trope in literature. A person or character or speaker feels an instant, extreme, and ultimately
Like I
long-lasting
said, I
romantic
speak.
attraction for a stranger upon the first sight of that stranger.
Yeah, so it's right there, right then and there.
But then they also say when in an interaction.
What? Okay, that was just the definition. That was the Oxford Dictionary definition. The actual definition based off of. Oh, okay, they got this from. Jesus,
Okay.
Wikipedia. But I mean, love at first sight is a personal experience and a common trope in literature. A person, character, or speaker feels an instant, extreme, and ultimately long-lasting romantic attraction for a stranger. So, have you ever been in love at first sight?
Well, I guess since you said it like that, then I guess I haven't. Then No, well, now that you read the whole definition, I guess I haven't. Then
It's
I
self-explanatory.
never met someone like
Right
before we
off
even.
the back.
Okay, so I never met someone that had and then didn't even have a conversation with them. But oh yeah, I love them. No, that hasn't happened.
Now,
to me. No.
I've sat and interacted with somebody, and upon first meeting them,
Yes.
I instantly was like, damn.
My last relationship was like that when we met and